Yeah, it is the prop, is it? Yeah, just slowing down the noise of the prop.
It's like
I know, it's weird. Is it okay?
That's different to what it usually sounds like.
The noise they're going.
So we're gonna leave this anchorage and we're gonna go to the fuel dock now. So hopefully it won't be too expensive. Obviously we're on an island now, so island prices. We did not expect to use all that fuel. Hopefully it's not too expensive. We'll probably just fill up just enough. Although last time we said that it didn't really work out. But ideally we'd like to go to a proper petrol station and lug it with jerry cans because it's cheaper. All right, so we're gonna leave in 2 seconds.
Are you going backwards or forwards?
Forwards, I'll just try and, when I get there, I'll just try and turn it a bit. So, a little bump on the front. So that loud bang you heard was our anchor bending. I managed to smack it into the fuel dock and left a little scar in the fuel dock too. It was quite tight coming in next to this big, what's that, lagoon, so I had to be careful. Don't want any insurance claims. We also had some sort of police boat which we had to be, or officials boat which we had to be careful of as well. So many people will be pleased to see that we've got Pinky put up on the davits, so no more towing behind for us.
Good, strong those girls.
So we're going right to the back.
Yeah. We've got our little fuel dipstick. A lot of people mentioned this in the comments of a previous video.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
Se puede aplicar un descuento de 20 céntimos por litro.
Ah, descuento. Oh, okay.
You have
Cool.
Double check.
Good price. Oh. Let's have a little dip.
Do they not automatically stop?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is the way I've done the vent is because the vent's at the same level, it'll just pour out. Whoops. Okay.
Sailing.
Whoa, just about. A lot more wind in the anchorage.
Yeah.
It's getting funneled in.
Yeah.
And we've got nothing out here.
A little bit. I can feel it on my back.
Yeah.
A tiny little bit.
So basically, we're going 4 miles up the coast, hopefully to a little picturesque little spot. 4 miles at 1 knot, that's 4 hours. Classic Ned, MED, motoring every day.
think Asians go out to full use ding ding extension of our throne. We're saving water.
So this is a much nicer little anchorage. No businesses or shops or clubs or bang bang thumpy dance music, just pretty much just nature. The water is incredibly clear, we can see the anchor, it's beautiful. Hopefully there won't be too much wind because there's a few little rocks around the anchor and the anchor's not dug in. So hopefully we'll be alright in that respect. Got the anchor alarm set, so should be okay. But yeah, it's really beautiful. So far this season we've hardly had any sailing, but tomorrow should be the time for sailing. And you don't need to worry about seeing any sailing action because the day after tomorrow is going to get incredibly funky and we're going to do some proper sailing. So we are now on the north coast of Mallorca. We need to get around the corner on the west end and get to some shelter. So I've got some heavy weather coming in, potentially some thunderstorms, so having a nice peaceful night here. Hopefully it won't get too rocky. Sometimes when the boat turns side onto the swell, but I mean it's a catamaran, so it's pretty stable. Not rubbing it in. Anyway, let's hope for a non-anchor dragging, windless, steady, peaceful evening. It's still very much spring here in Mallorca, still quite cold. Today we're going to make our way down the coast, 10 miles. There's going to be enough wind to sail, it's not going to be crazy. Those guys are so good, they go to the beach. Nadiana and Kat are doing yoga on the beach. Pete's gone for a run. And I'm up a little bit later, 20 minutes later, drinking a cup of coffee. But so nice that Nadiana's feeling good and getting up and doing a yoga. But it's too much for me, too much for me. Even though we're sheltered by these huge mountains, you can just tell by the shape of the water here that there's a bit of wind. Yesterday looked like there was wind, there was none. I've been trolling this lure behind us and many others. After researching online, this is the sort of thing that you need. Still not caught a fish. It's a very barren sea. That's my excuse.
We're leaving at the first chance of wind. Ooh, I can feel it blowing in my head. First step, turning the engine off and being able to sail. Wow.
Wow, now we're sailing.
What's the speed?
Don't worry about the speed. No, it's like 3.4.
That's good.
We're not set up going in the right direction yet, just
Yeah.
putting the jib up.
Yeah.
Can you loosen your side off, please? You need to hold anything forward, just let me know.
Now we're pretty much as close hauled as we can get. We're 6 7 knots, 20 knots of wind. Obviously catamarans are not very good for going towards the wind, but with it being quite narrow, it's not too bad. It's quite chubby though, quite a chubby boat. Incredible little anchorage here. It's very deep, so well, it's 10 meters. We've got 50 meters of chain. It's a lot smaller in here than I thought it was going to be, but very clear water. The wind's going to be coming in hard from that way, so it's so steep too. Even if we dragged anchor, I'm pretty sure we just I don't know.
Touch the rock. Beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning, absolutely stunning, darling.
Nice sailing today.
Nice sailing today. This anchorage, we're the only people here now. There was a little charter boat here before, but that's just the beauty of getting out early in the season.
It's so beautiful, this anchorage.
Yeah, this place would be absolutely packed during the high season or just in a couple of months, so yeah, it's really good. Tomorrow's going to be a really epic sail. I know I've said it before, but I don't think we'll be flying the drone tomorrow. These guys have all been egging me on to go through the hole up there. It's been funny. I would not have done it on my own, but these guys keep egging me on to do stuff. So yeah, this anchorage on our last boat would be horrendous, wouldn't it? We'd be rocking and rolling around loads, but
Yeah.
just a little wobble. It's the beauty of a catamaran, not rubbing it in. Obviously monohulls are great too. Big sail tomorrow, 30 knot winds, downwind, then across on a beam reach, and then motoring into the wind for the last 3 miles.
I have been really enjoying Kat and Pete's company. Every morning we go to the shore to do
Crazy.
yoga, and then Pete would run for an hour. And I'm gonna keep it up.
Good.
Good lifestyle.
I'll try and help you to keep it up.
Thank you.
But yeah, really lovely little place. Much recommended anchorage on the north side of Mallorca. Can't remember what it's called. It's the one that looks like an elephant.
With a hole in the middle in the rock.
Yeah, perfect for flying drones through. But you will lose your image transmission signal and it will become very scary. Don't do it. Alright. See you tomorrow bright and early for a fresh breeze. Yeah, big sail.
We just motored over here where there's no wind to put the sail up. Ready for a big epic sail. Not even 1 mile out of the anchorage, engine is off already.
This is what Minky needs, just at least 15 or 12, 13, 14 knots of wind minimum, and then she's fine. There's a big leopard cat out there, no sails up.
7.2 knots, 6.8. Whoa.
Got that on camera.
I thought you were down the back.
Yeah. Gotcha. We are going to go around that headland. That's the northwest corner of Mallorca. There's an island there. It looks like the end of the land, but that's an island, and there's a passage of about half a mile, and we're going to go through that passage, or that's the plan anyway. How's it going, Nads?
Nads?
Nadders.
Nadders. He just tear the coat off the tennis ball, and now the tennis ball matches his jumper.
Here comes the gust. Can you see it? Here it comes. There she blows. So I think our fastest speed, what's our fastest speed? 9.4. Just on a broad reach. We're kind of coming out from the land, and then we're gonna jibe through that gap with that island. But yeah, it's really nice to have experienced heads on board in Pete and Cat's helmet, so I can just watch the boat sail and enjoy. So it started raining, there was these big clouds forming over the land, and then the wind started coming straight on the nose. The swell is still pushing us along, but we've got the motor on again. Hopefully this will pass and the wind will honk down like it was before. But just shows the importance of a motor in the Mediterranean, and also shows why our engine was in such a bad state, because it gets used all the time here. Very, very narrow now. So we're going through a very, very narrow little passage now, straight through the middle. And we're sailing again, close to a little island, but oh. Is that better?
Yeah, it is the prop, is it? Yeah, just slowing down the noise of the prop.
Or it's like
I know, it's weird. Is it okay?
That's different to what it usually sounds like.
The noise, they're going. Well, it's gone now. Hello, Nadiana. There's a little bit of dinner if you want any, Nadiana.
So we've got a very strange noise coming from our port prop. It's like a da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Potentially something wrapped around it, but I mean, it was working when we stopped the engine, so we'll just check it when we get in, I guess. He's bearing off, I think. Oh, no, now he's going for it. I think better for us to bear off. You're a good boy. Yeah. You're not barking anymore, are you? Squirting water in his face when he barks at boats has really helped. Wind's a bit fluky now. And I'm sailing upwind as much as possible. The more progress north we can make, the less we have to motor for the last 2-3 miles. So not doing too badly at wind. Here comes the honking wind that was promised. Right, now we're testing in up to 30 knots of wind, close holds.
So we're pinching, but we're sailing at 60, which is not bad for a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because we want to go up there. We're doing better than your man, I think. And we're in a cat.
Excellent, really good.
Well done.
Wow, that's got to be 20. So we're just tacking up. And our destination is over there. We're heading over there, so got a lot of wind coming over there, so it's blowing up to 30 knots, kind of a steady 22. So what do you think of the boat's upwind performance?
I think it's amazing. I never thought you'd be able to go upwind in a cat. It works really well.
Oh, nice. I think you're being kind, but
no, I think it's really good.
So we said goodbye to Kat and Pete this morning. They've been really good crew and they are quite experienced as well, so we did learn 1 or 2 things. It's really good. We kind of opened up our boat to them and just said on a few occasions, just do it how you do it and we can try and learn from you, because when you do things yourself all the time you don't learn. So we learnt a few things about the wind, and especially yesterday, pinching up into the wind, so when the wind really gusts you can get a little bit closer to the wind, things like that. And also trimming the sails, something that I've always been really lazy with. and we learnt a little bit about that as well. Together we managed to get to this bay, which is not that sheltered from the wind, but is very well sheltered from the swell. It's kind of sad that we had to come this side of Mallorca because that northern side was absolutely beautiful. We're quite close to Palma now, just around the corner from places like Magaluf and all that, but to be fair, we don't mind. There's hardly any boats out this time in the season. It's now the 7th of May, so it is still early. I thought it would be warmer than this. It's actually quite cold with the wind, but the sea is blue. You cannot complain. The sea is blue. We've got 3 meters of depth, 30 meters of chain out. The whole reason why we came around here was because of this wind. We just couldn't have stayed on that north coast with this wind. Yeah, we're here now. I think we're just going to chill here for a couple of days. Tomorrow is going to be really nice. We've got all the sail covers on the sails. We'll put the bimini on tomorrow. Today is just for me video editing day. And Nadiana's just been cleaning up loads and loads and loads and getting the place looking, well, super clean. But yeah, that's the beauty of this boat now. We can host people quite comfortably, and it's really good for that. My parents are coming down. I think they missed the boat, so my parents are coming down in a couple of weeks as well, so we'll do some sailing hopefully. But yeah, we're a little bit stuck on this boat with this wind, so we'll just sit it out here tonight. Take Yoshi for his pee-pee and poo-poo a little bit later. Those problems, so the hydraulic motor, there's nothing on the propeller. I dived down this morning, nothing on the propeller. The skeg hasn't got any worse, so it's definitely not a stress crack. But yeah, the hydraulic motor, I think it's the mounting, maybe it's come loose or something. Anyway, today, day off. Tomorrow I'll start to look at it. We also have some oil leaks of the engine and the hydraulics. Never ends, does it? Anyway. Look at this guy. Look at this sorry looking Jack Russell. That was a lot of waffle at the end of that episode from me, so I'll keep it short. Thanks so much for watching. This video was sponsored by absolutely nobody, so please give us a like, thumbs up, let us know what you thought in the comments, and next week we'll look a little bit closer at our issues, and just want to say a massive thanks as well to Kat and Pete. It was really nice having them on board, and we felt nice and safe pushing the boat to the limits with those guys on board. And also thank you so much to you guys who've been to our PayPal and coffee over the last week. Just immensely appreciative of all you guys' efforts, helping us to keep going and keep sailing. So next week, more adventures and more sailing. We hope you enjoyed that too. Alright, good night, see you later.